Ohio State has just made a huge announcement, one that could shape the entire 2025 college football season. A fierce quarterback battle is finally over, and the Buckeyes have chosen their leader. Ohio State has named sophomore Julian Sayin as its starting quarterback ahead of the Buckeye season opener against Texas on August 30th, Coach Ryan Day announced Monday. Sayin, a former five-star prospect and the number 3 quarterback in the 2024 recruiting class, beat out redshirt sophomore Lincoln Kienholz and true freshman Tavien St. Clair for the job. All 3 were blue-chip recruits, but Sayin's consistency, command of the offense, and strong performance in fall camp helped him emerge from one of the most competitive quarterback battles in the country ahead of the 2025 season. Sayin transferred to Ohio State in January 2024, leaving Alabama less than 2 weeks after enrolling, following Nick Saban's retirement. He spent last season behind veteran transfer Will Howard, who led the Buckeyes to a national championship. Though Sayin saw limited action, appearing in 4 games, he was widely viewed as the starter in waiting, even as Ohio State kept the competition open through spring and into fall camp. With Sayin now at the helm, Ohio State aims to defend its national title with another loaded roster and the marquee matchup to begin the year. Texas visits Columbus for the season opener in a rematch of last season's college football playoff semifinal. From the moment the Buckeyes wasted their first national championship trophy in a decade last January, one question lingered. Who would be Ohio State's next starting quarterback? With 3 former blue-chip recruits competing for the job, there was no need to revisit the transfer portal. Still, the fact that none of the quarterbacks on the 2025 roster had yet started a college game amplified the stakes of the competition. Coach Day made it clear early in fall camp that the evaluation would go well beyond arm strength. Leadership, huddle presence, decision-making, and overall command of the offense would carry just as much weight, the same traits Howard embodied during his short but impactful stint in Columbus. Sayin entered as the perceived frontrunner thanks to his pedigree as a highly touted recruit and the experience he gained learning behind Howard. Still, Day emphasized that the job would go to the player who earned the team's trust, not just the one with the biggest resume. Kienholz brought a unique multi-sport background to the competition, having starred in basketball and baseball while setting state records in football back home in South Dakota. Though he didn't play during Ohio State's 2024 championship run, his lone extended college appearance came in the 2023 Cotton Bowl. Thrust into action after Devin Brown's early injury, Kienholz completed just 6 of 18 passes for 86 yards in a 14-3 loss to Missouri, leading the offense to only 8 first downs across 42 snaps. Still, his athleticism and dual-threat ability made him a serious contender. Meanwhile, St. Clair, the number 3 quarterback in the 2025 recruiting class out of Bellefontaine, Ohio, offered a high upside option. At 6'4" and 225 pounds, he paired prototypical size with a live arm and playmaking flashes that made him one of the most intriguing true freshmen in the country. At Ohio State, championships are expected, but perhaps nothing carries more weight than beating Michigan, something the Buckeyes haven't done in their last 4 tries. Sayin has a full season to navigate before the game returns to Ann Arbor in late November. Yet his legacy could ultimately be shaped by how he handles that rivalry and leads the reigning national champions through the immense pressure that comes with it. There will be major tests long before Thanksgiving weekend. Sayin opens his tenure as starter with a showdown against Texas in one of the most anticipated games of the season. Then there's a crucial Big Ten clash with Penn State on November 1st in Columbus, a matchup Ohio State has historically dominated, winning 12 of the last 13. Of course, Sayin won't be asked to carry the offense on his own. He's surrounded by elite skill talent, including preseason Heisman Trophy contender Jeremiah Smith, a sophomore wideout already being mentioned alongside recent Buckeye greats, as well as a deep and explosive receiving corps that remains the envy of college football. And if history is any indication, Sayin will be expected to win a lot. Since 2012, Ohio State hasn't lost more than 2 games in a season, and starting quarterbacks have consistently delivered in their first year at the helm.